Hi there, in this video I'm going to go over some tips and advice for the Mystery of Arpeggio Vault. This new game mode was released in 1.3 and I've been having a lot of fun with it. I created an intro guide to this new game mode, and if you haven't seen the video yet, I'm going to link the video now and also in the description of this video. To those that watched my intro guide and was waiting for this tip and advice video, I'm sorry I was a little late. This past week, 2 new gacha games came out, which is like Heaven's Burn Red and Ash Echoes, that I've been spending a lot of time on, and yeah, so I'm just sorry that it's been late, but it's better late than never. Anyways, let's get started with the tips and advice. I made a couple of mistakes while progressing the vault, and if I can do it all over again, I'd do it this way instead. This is what I recommend doing if you want an easier or smoother time progressing to Area 5. In the end, play the game how you want to play it. In Area 1 or 2, I recommend collecting contribution points to unlock a support agent slot before unlocking another support agent. After that, you want to start building your mid to end game team. After unlocking Area 2, you should have access to Demolition Squad. I recommend using Demolition Squad for your mid to end game with Ben and Coletta. Another route would be going with a Deep Pockets data file, which I don't think you'll unlock until Area 3. I don't recommend Deep Pockets now unless you have all the support slots unlocked. The Deep Pockets build center around Nekomata as the coin generator for Nicole, who is going to be the hypercarrier of the team. The reason why I don't recommend going with Deep Pockets unless you have all 3 support agent slots open is because Deep Pocket has a rough start, especially since Nicole has 0 attack in the beginning. So when you unlock the 3rd support agent slot, I'd recommend unlocking Soldier 11 next, because Soldier 11 starts off with 30 attack, which kind of covers the weakness or the early game weakness of Deep Pocket. Soldier 11 does kind of fall off at the end game because her special effects prevents her from getting more than 30 attack, but by that time, Nicole should be so strong that it doesn't even matter. So back to the Demolition Squad data file. This is what I recommend building for your mid to late game areas. In my opinion, the Demolition Squad build with Ben and Coletta feels more stable overall. It doesn't have the early game weakness like Deep Pocket, and to get this build up and running effectively, we only need to unlock 2 support slots. Although if we compare Deep Pockets and Demolition Squad and we have everything unlocked, I feel like Deep Pockets does have a higher ceiling than Demolition Squad. When you unlock your 3rd support agent slot and you decide not to pivot to Deep Pocket and stick with Demolition Squad, I'd recommend getting Yanagi as your 3rd support agent because she can help you reach max level faster. There are several runs when I ran with Yanagi, I reached max level within the 1st to 2nd floor, so it's extremely fast, it's crazy. These are what I recommend build wise if you want an easier and smoother time progressing the areas. Now let's move on to tech tree. There's a lot of ways to build your tech tree. It depends on which build you primarily want to focus on. But the most important tech buff that you want that works across all data files is probably experience absorption. Being able to hit max level and unlock all your power-ups ensure a faster and smoother run. Medical facility is also really good and works with all data files. If you want to lean more into Deep Pockets, then I highly recommend getting the economic improvement tech buff. This will just help you gain more coins easily. I'd put body empowerment, explosive supplies, and combat up as your lowest priority tech buffs because their effects doesn't really benefit much in my opinion. I guess it's debatable with body empowerment because I can't see the use of body empowerment in like the early floors when you're just trying to ramp up. But in my opinion, whenever I use body empowerment, I barely ever notice, and in my runs, eventually I'm gonna get so strong that my HP is probably over 200 or 300, so it doesn't really matter. As for explosive supplies, you would think that Demolition Squad would want it, but oddly enough, Demolition Squad performs perfectly without it. Level 1 of Demolition Squad will give you 8 bombs already, and during your runs you're probably going to pick up a couple of bombs along the way, and if you have Ben, then Ben has a 50% of generating a bomb whenever he attacks, and at level 4 you get 1 attack per bomb that detonates. So starting off with 3 extra bombs, I don't think it's really that big of a difference. And as for combat up, I think that in general is a pretty bad tech buff because it only gives you one attack. I think the tech slot should be used for something else, something more useful than combat up. And as for bonus supply and Rezonia collection, I think they're pretty niche. They're pretty okay. Like it's nice whenever it procs, but other than that, it's alright. They'll probably perform better with the team up build. If I were to rank the data files from strongest to weakest, I'd probably say Deep Pockets is strongest. Demolition and Team Up is probably tied for second or third. And then it'll be Battle Expertise and EXP Buildup. Anyways, these are just my tips and advice for progressing the Mystery of Arpeggio Vault. I hope this helped a lot. If you like this video, go ahead and please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. It'll help me out a lot. But other than that, hopefully you have a nice day and enjoy.